And to talk about the ICA Global Cooperative Conference 2024 and what transpired there, the Prime Minister inaugurated that today. I'm joined by Siddharth Jain, Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Cooperation. Thank you, Mr. Jain, for joining us on DD India. First of all, how would you say is India's cooperative movement progressing?
Good evening to all the members of the cooperative world. India has always been at the center stage of cooperativism right from its ancient times. And as the progress of independence movement and pre-independence India, a very vibrant cooperative sector in sectors of milk, dairy, sugar, and also to the farmers' credit activities has evolved in the country. About 30 crore people are directly or indirectly linked to the cooperative sector, where the social inclusion, equality has been the cornerstone. In the recent 3 years, with the formation of the new ministry, there has been a relook, reform, and a transformation of the entire way the cooperative sector institutions have functioned. Be it be PACs, be it be the district commercial cooperative banks, be it be the state cooperative banks, or the multi-state cooperatives, every possible structure has been given a relook to reform them, to move forward. There have been many growth inhibitors, which was found that these inhibitors are not allowing this sector, which could be a powerhouse for the trillion-dollar economy, to function. If I could say a few, the PACs, the village-level organizations, which were only always involved in giving credit to farmers for doing their crops. But now, under the dynamic leadership and vision of our Prime Minister, with Sehkar Se Samriddhi, the PACs can now take up multidimensional businesses. They can take up petrol pumps, they can do dairying, they can do fishery activity, they can do transport, they could be service centers, they could use new technology, etc. So the resources at the bottom of the pyramid are getting freezed, new value chains are emerging, and that is how the sector has been progressing forward.
Okay. You know, with about 300 million people associated with the cooperatives in India, that's a huge number. That means, say, about 1 out of every 5 Indians is associated with the cooperative movement. The Prime Minister stressed that how the self-help groups are empowering women. What is the government doing in that regard to give that more impetus?
Traditionally, in the cooperative sector, the women have played a very crucial role, right from the days of Khadi movement in the pre-independence time. Women, the preparers of Khadi, have always been the village industries associated with the cooperativism. Then coming to the dairy, which is the next big hit in the cooperative sector, is the women entrepreneurs who have taken up this entire dairying activity. So recently, to ensure that women get more membership, self-help groups, farmers, producer organizations, and very crucial amendment in the Multi-State Cooperative Act, which has warranted that a certain number of directors have to be women, has ensured that it is not only the economic participation, the social participation, but the representation also, which is backed by a statute, ensures that the prime place of women is retained in the cooperative sector.
Okay. Mr. Jain, you know, the Prime Minister today, when he was speaking there at Bharat Mandapam, he said that cooperatives can give a new energy to global cooperation. How does that play out? How will cooperatives become a model for global cooperation? Especially, he stressed that for the Global South cooperation.
Yes, for this, we have to look at the way in the last 3 years, transformation in the sector is coming. To unlock business potential, the government has come up with 3 very important cooperatives. One is the cooperative, national level cooperative, which is focused on exports of the cooperative products. This is something which was absent hitherto, never thought of about. So there are a number of products, niche products across the country, which have very good markets in Europe or Americas. So this is the national cooperative, which is trying to get the best quality assurance, best tagging, and ensure that they reach the global markets. And from the profit which comes back, Beauty is that it is going to be plowed back as dividends to the members. That's one very, very important thing. The second very important national cooperative which has come up is on the organics. So to give impetus to the organic products right in the northeast, the Himalayan belts, to ensure that they get linked to the global markets, this company cooperative is going to take it forward. And now membership drive is going on, and it has started the marketing of organic products and start linking it with the buyers abroad. The third very important part is going to be the e-commerce, the open network, the digital commerce on the open network, which is being a focus. So this is where the cooperatives can enlist their products with quality assurance. Giving the significance of the global conference. Now, this is here the successful experience of India, of likes of Amul or IFCO, which have global presence outside country in the different value chains in these sectors. We can learn from the experiences of the West, especially in the financial sector, the transport sector, the retail sector, and see how the value chains can get integrated. So how the cooperatives in transport sector or dairying sector can integrate with the value chains of the situated cooperatives elsewhere. And what have been the other models which can be replicated? So I see a lot of synergy emerging globally, especially with the Indian experience, the South, the global South as it is called. You can learn from each other. The neighboring countries of India, the Asia, South Asia countries can all work together. One example I'd like to give is a lot of marine exports happen, the shrimps, prawns happen to Southeast Asia. So how do we ensure that we, cater to their requirements by processing here, or we give raw exports and process there? The cooperatives there and here can actually make very strong linkage bonds that we give them quality traceable products from India and they process it to the requirement of different markets there. So lots of value chains to get integrated. That's how I see that's going to be a big, big role in this conference. A lot of ideas I hope will be discussed. Solutions to local issues, global issues would emerge.
Okay. All right. The PM also launched the UN International Year of Cooperatives 2025 today. The UN officially recognizes that SDGs, that cooperatives are crucial drivers of sustainable development goals. How are the cooperatives achieving those goals, or playing their part in achieving those goals?
The way the cooperative structure exists, it is one for all and all for one. The first thing it hits it at poverty, at social inequality. Look at the dairying sector. Every farmer gets the same rate if they have the same quality of milk. They get access to the same kinds of payments. Everybody can be a milk pourer. So there is no discrimination that, some X only can be the milk pourer or the Y will only be the milk pourer. So these are some of the sustainable development goals which have been taken up by UN, anti-poverty, no poverty, social inclusion, equality, resilience to local, climatic needs. The cooperatives are so embedded in their local cultures and environmental traditions. The cooperative movement actually, strengthens the different efforts to have sustainable development. That's why I see cooperatives as a very, very strong tool for attaining these sustainable development goals, which United Nations, on behalf of the entire world, has taken forward.
All right. Siddharth Jain, many thanks for joining us on the show and sharing your inputs there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.